Is a contract marriage a crime in Nigeria? And can I get jailed in Nigeria for marrying someone to get them a green card?
You cannot get married twice. Marriage is a contract. So if you go to the UK or the US or any other country to marry another person and you're still married in Nigeria, it is bigamy. It's a crime.
Does that nullify the marriage that you did here in Nigeria?
The marriage in Nigeria still exists as long as you have not divorced that person that you're married to. I told you, oh, come and see me. Come around. Let's spend time together. And you agreed to coming around. Then you made a counter offer that, okay, if I want to come around, you have to send me transport money. And then I agreed and said, okay, I'll send you an amount for you to come. Then you didn't come. You have breached the contract.
So I can really sue somebody for eating my transport money. Is it possible for me to sue somebody that promises or that promised me marriage?
Yeah, so they call it breach of promise to marry.
Are there other breaches of promises? If I promise that I want to send you money, I don't send it. Can you sue me?
You can't.
Why will you not be able to sue me for not marrying you?
Hi, welcome to the Outside Podcast, where we bring real life conversations outside our comfort zone. My name is Emanuela.
Yo, what's up, my people? My name is Femi XO, and you're welcome to the Outside Podcast.
Ooh. So today we have with us the law, a lawyer in our midst. Sir, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Olawale Kukoyi. I'm a lawyer. I'm a youth advocate. Thank you
And
for
an
having me.
esquire.
Yeah.
Esquire. I've been trying to remember that thing.
Yes.
Esquire.
Thank you so much for coming here, sir. So you said that you're an activist, you're a human activist, you're a lawyer.
Yeah.
So that means you've seen a lot of cases.
Yeah, true.
Would it be legal for you to share with us some of those cases that you
Well, it depends on the case you're talking about. Yeah. If you're talking about a criminal case, you're talking about marriage case, talking about property issues, and all. There are different cases. So
Okay.
I cannot just say, oh, I've worked on this, I've worked on that. I've worked on every part of those.
okay.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite kind of case to handle?
What's my
Favorite kind of case to
so there's a
handle?
litigation, public interest litigation. That's things like human rights, yeah, things like criminal litigation. You understand? So those are the cases. Public litigation, basically, things that concern
Every man and woman.
people and government. So that's it. Yeah.
I want to ask you because I know I've seen some people that have gone through like the courts and the law and everything. Why does court case take so long?
It depends on the case, yeah. It's not all the cases that take as long, right? There are different cases and there are different courts that have jurisdiction for each case.
Okay.
Do you understand? So it depends on the subject matter
Wow.
of the case. So some cases are so technical that you cannot just write it off and say, okay, we'll pass judgment. Because justice versus justice crushed. That's just it.
Because I've seen some people's case that have gone like 6, 7 years, 8 years, and most of those cases will cost money.
Yes, law is based on evidence, right? And like I said, there are jurisdictions, there are different processes for each case. The process for case A is different from the process for case B, right? And that is one of the reasons. That's just one of the reasons why those cases take so long. For example, land matters. You understand? There are different complexities that are related to land matters, land disputes. You understand? From the documentation to the processing to the filing. Murder cases too, same thing. Divorce cases too. So it all depends.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's deep. Oh.
Yes.
So there's something that is coming to my head, sorry. Is like another direction, but it's still on this conversation of law.
Yeah.
So I remember this very dark man, Showere and
Okay.
B-Lord issue. And one of the issues and one of the reasons why Showere got involved was because of the time that B-Lord was being remanded for. I think one of the arguments was that you're not supposed to remand somebody for that long
Okay.
before you take them to court, pass your judgment and stuff like that. So I want to ask you on the whole remanding thing, can you share more light on what
Human
remand,
rights.
the whole remand, how long is somebody supposed to be remanded for
Okay.
before they get judgment,
Okay.
or just the whole thing? What is that remand in itself?
Okay.
Do you get?
So, from the legal standpoint, constitutionally, if you arrest somebody and you detain them, you are meant to charge them to court within 24 hours, right? And when it has passed that timeline or that time frame, you are violating the person's rights to personal liberty, movement. You are violating the person's right to life, and like that, you have already violated his rights. So that is the legal requirement for remanding someone, because
Just
everyone is innocent until proven guilty.
yes,
Guilty.
Do you understand? So it is 24 hours. Within 24 hours, you should charge the person to court.
so once you have been held more than 24 hours, that's
Yes,
the problem.
without an actual charge.
Okay,
Yeah, so that amounts to the violation of the person's right.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so in America now,
yeah.
most of the time, they usually say that if you do not have a lawyer, a warrant will be issued to you.
Yeah.
Is that the same in Nigeria?
Yes, that's the same in Nigeria.
Ah,
Yes. We can request for a lawyer from the state, from the government. Like, you don't have a lawyer, government can give you a lawyer to defend you.
is it
And it
free?
depends on the case.
Is it free?
No, it's not free, but it depends on the case, like I said.
But if it's someone that does not have money, how would he now defend himself?
Well, there are different kind of cases, yeah. Like I
Okay.
said, there are pro bono cases.
Okay.
Yeah, there are
What's
pro
a
bono
pro
cases.
bono
A
case?
pro bono case is a case that lawyers take for free.
Okay.
Like, you understand? Like, the lawyer can take a pro bono case for free. Okay, I want to handle this case without actually collecting any legal fee or anything. So that's a pro bono case. So there are pro bono cases, but there are cases that you can also take that you will need to file, pay money, pay so much. So it's not all the cases that can be taken like as pro bono. Do you understand? So that is it. So if you say, okay, the person doesn't have money to defend himself and all that, well, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, it depends on the case. For a murder case, for example, it depends on the circumstances of the case too.
But how? Okay, let's say now that the suspect now is a poor man.
Man,
How would he prove himself? How would he prove himself if he does not have the money?
well, like I said, there are pro bono cases, right? And he can get a lawyer who wants to take the case as pro bono. Do you understand? And of course, the legal system in Nigeria is wired that way. It's wired that way, and it's not only in Nigeria. Funny enough, it's in other jurisdictions. Do you understand? The the whole justice system favors the rich. Do you understand? And it's unfortunate because the legal profession is expensive, it's
Yeah.
costly. Access to justice is costly. Do you understand? And that is one of the things we are advocating for. That, oh, let there be justice. Let there be access to justice without using money or financial prowess or something. Well, it's almost impossible because everybody wants to benefit from the system.
That's true.
Everybody wants to benefit from the, I don't want to say corrupt system. Do you understand? It's like a business. Do you understand? If you don't pay money, you are not getting the service. Do you understand? So it's really not about who is the richest of the richest. It's more like a business. So that's it. It's wired that way, and it's unfortunate because there are many people that have been remanded and have been charged to crimes they didn't commit. Or, you understand, just because they are poor people. Do you understand?
Yes.
So that's injustice. So we are just trying to make sure that, trying to advocate for responsible justice system. Let's have a responsible justice system. It's hard, but it's a work in progress. So that's just it.
So, is a contract marriage a crime in Nigeria? And can I get jailed in Nigeria for marrying someone to get them a green card?
Okay, it's in itself, marriage is a contract, right, between two people. It's an agreement between two people. And when you say a contract marriage, is it a crime in Nigeria to marry someone just to get a green card?
Yes.
So it depends on who you are talking about. Are you saying marrying someone overseas, marrying someone in the US, right? Okay. Um, you have to look at the circumstances of the matter, what you're talking about, right? The person you got married to, is he aware that you got married to him or her? That's the question. Is there a valid marriage? Was there an agreement that, okay, we should, both of us should get married? And under what law? Do you understand? Um, let's say you're a Nigerian, you're a woman. I got married to someone abroad, a white man, right? Is that white man aware that that marriage exists? Because the marriage has to be valid for you to call it a marriage. It has to go through all the legal requirements. If it doesn't go through all the legal requirements, if it's just, oh, someone arranged it, just brought out the document and said, okay, you act as if you're marrying this person, then it's illegal because that's obtaining by
Under
false
false
pretense,
pretense.
under false pretense, and it's a crime. Do you understand? That's obtaining that's fraudulent marriage. But if there is consent between you and the other person, that, okay, I'll get married to you just to get my green card, then it's valid. If there is consent and it's went through the right legal process, then
But
it's
if
valid.
there is no love in that marriage, you guys are just doing it to cheat the system, is that not still a crime?
How do you prove love? How do you say there's no love? Love is
It's
love
a
is
feeling.
love is a feeling. It's on the surface. You cannot prove it that two people love each other.
But at the
You
same
can
time,
yeah.
but at the same time, a lot of people do it to get like green cards to go to America. You know, Americans they take it really seriously. I don't really know about how it is here in Nigeria,
Yeah.
but why? Like, it's still the fact that the two of you are saying, okay, well, I'll give you money. The two of us will go to registry. We'll just pretend to be married in the eyes of the law, but we know that we are not married, so that I can get my money and you can get your green card. Is that not like still a crime?
Yeah, it was as long as both of you went through the law, went through the legal process, I said, okay, we are getting married, then you are married. It's not about whether whatever you guys said at the back, you still need to come and prove it that, okay, both of us agree that we will marry because of visa or green card. As long as you went to court, you went to the registry and said, okay, I'm getting married to him, I'm getting married to her, and you went through the right legal process statutorily, because there's statutory marriage and there's customary marriage, right? So statutory marriage is the legal marriage, okay? You go to the registry, you register your marriage under the Ministry of Interior and all that, you know, that is legal. That means the law, the government recognizes it. So as long as it went through the right process, through the due process, then the marriage is valid. So you cannot come back and say, oh, we just got married because I wanted a green card or he wanted a green card, we didn't love each other. That is between both of you. How do you prove it to the law? How do you prove it to anybody that, oh, we didn't
They
love
love
each
each
other?
other.
So that is
Well,
just
you
it.
know that, well, like I said, Americans, they will want to know if the two of you have like a sexual relationship. They want to know when you met each other. They want to know the in toto of what is going on in that relationship. But is indirectly, are you saying that Nigeria, they don't really care?
Mm, it's not like Nigeria does not really care, but most of these things we are talking about is based on emotions, right? Like if you say, oh, the two people, they don't love each other, they just got married because of visa, because of this, because of that, it's still based on emotions, it's based on assumptions, right? But if you're talking from the legal perspective, as long as they went through the right process to get married, they filled the right documents, they swore an oath and all that, then the marriage is valid. So every requirement was followed. And if they want to go through a divorce, they still have to follow the divorce legally, just the same way they got married, right? And there are grounds for divorce,
Okay.
right? And the major ground for divorce, according to law, which is the Matrimonial Causes Act, is if the divorce is irrevocable, irreversible. That means it has gotten to a stage where the both partners cannot
Continue again.
continue anymore. They can't stay with each other anymore. Do you understand? So, and that is it.
Okay, so if you're already married here in Nigeria,
Yeah.
but you want to get like a green card in America, does that nullify the marriage that you did here in Nigeria?
As if you're marrying again, if you're
Again.
marrying a white
Another
person,
does
to, like,
it
get
mean
the
that
papers.
the person that you're married, that you guys are no more married? Because according to what you can only marry one person according to the law.
Okay. So, if you're married here in Nigeria, it doesn't nullify the marriage you are going there to marry, the person you are going there to marry, right? If you're married in Nigeria and you go to marry another person there, that's bigamy. It's a crime under the criminal code.
Yeah, that's why those people, they must not find out that
You
you're married.
understand? Now, if you go to the UK and you get married, you're getting married under the UK laws, right? And you cannot get married twice. Marriage is a contract. So if you go to the UK or the US or any other country to marry another person, and you're still married in Nigeria, right? It is bigamy. You understand? So, and that marriage is, the marriage in Nigeria still exists as long as you have not divorced that person that you're married to. So you're still legally married in Nigeria. That is it. So you going to the UK or the US or any other country to marry another person.
Does that also mean that in Nigeria you can marry more than one person?
No, you can't.
You can't.
You can't marry
So
more than one person.
people that have more than one wife here in Nigeria, they're actually committing a crime.
Well, like I said, there are different types of marriages in Nigeria. But the one that is legally recognized is the statutory marriage. There's statutory marriage and there's customary marriage. Right? By custom, polygamy is allowed. You can marry more than one wife.
Okay.
But statutorily, you can't. You have to be divorced before you can marry another.
Yeah, I think that's why they say that it's only one person you can take to the registry.
Yes. So if you married under law, you cannot marry another person. But if it's by custom, of course, you can. Polygamy.
So people are working under the customary law to
Yes.
get married to mother.
People are here.
Wow.
People are working under customs too. So that's just it.
So I want to ask you, if as a person I find myself in a situation where I cannot explain, but I am innocent of the crime that occurred, but I'm the only person in that place, what should I know as my right? Like in case something happens, because Nigerians, they will arrest first before they do
Before they
investigation.
investigate.
So what should I know as, like, okay, the police are coming, sure they will, if they find me, they find me, but how will I protect myself legally?
Are you talking about in terms of marriage?
Not marriage, like maybe
general.
like maybe
You
something,
committed a crime.
maybe someone committed a crime or you witnessed a crime, but because you are the only person there,
Yeah.
okay, like if I saw a dead person and the police doesn't know what happened, the first thing they will do is they will arrest me.
Yeah.
So how would I protect myself in that kind of situation?
Are you saying that protect yourself from
False
harassment
like
or false accusation?
Yes, false accusation.
Well, that depends. If the police arrest you and accuses you of killing that person, the first thing is that you are innocent
Until proven guilty.
Okay.
right? And you have your right to silence, right? If the police arrest you and say, oh, this or that,
But if they end up trying to beat you for coerce a confession out of you,
Even if they end up trying to beat you, trying to force a confession out of you, that's illegal. That's not right. Because you, like I said, you have your right to silence, and that means they are forcing you to confess under duress or undue influence, which is not, which is
It's wrong.
illegally obtained evidence.
Yes.
no.
That means that evidence was obtained illegally against your own wish. So you have your right to defend yourself, get a lawyer, approach the courts, prove yourself.
But if
There are
I don't
different
have money,
defenses.
if I don't have money, and not no lawyer wants to take it pro bono case for me,
No,
like
if you no, like I said, if you have, you can request for a lawyer from the state. Do you understand? And because this is a crime against the state, like if you say, oh, it's a murder case, for example, it's a crime against the state. So you have to still find a way to come and defend yourself. So you get a lawyer from the state, and you can also stand and represent yourself. And
you
yeah,
can.
stand. Yeah, you can.
Wow.
You can stand and represent yourself and say yes. So when it gets to a stage where you can no longer do that, you can now proceed to getting a lawyer.
Or will they allow you to like represent yourself here in Nigeria?
Yes, you can represent yourself in certain cases in Nigeria. That's true.
Cases like what?
Landlord, tenancy, case between you and your landlord.
Yeah, I wanted to even
Cases like
speak about this
assault.
whole landlord and tenant P.
Yeah.
So, for instance, now I'm the landlord and I want my tenant to move out.
Yes.
How many months' notice am I supposed to give that tenant? And if I say okay, I'm giving the tenant 1 month to move out,
Yes.
can the tenant sue me for telling the tenant to like move out or
Within
giving
1 month.
them a short time frame?
Yes, the tenant can sue you because there is a law, there's a tenancy law that says that they must give you issue you 6 months
6 months,
notice.
okay,
So that is it. The tenant can sue you for that
okay,
as a landlord.
okay. So in the space of that 6 months, can I sue the tenant for lack of, let's say, rent payment? I've already told him to move out, but I still want to sue him. Is it possible?
For lack of rent payment, it depends on when the rent expired.
Okay, let's say 2 years now.
2 years.
Yes, so he's
Because
owing me 2 year rent. I
yeah,
want him to move out. So can I still sue him?
yes, you can. You can sue him for breach of
Contract.
tenancy
Agreement.
agreement, breach of
Okay.
contract, breach of agreement as regards the tenancy. When he says he's owing you 2 years rent, so he has already breached the agreement.
Okay.
That's it.
But a lot of people they don't really sign on any agreement. They only believe the words of the agents and so like is there such thing as voice agreement, or how would I like there's like if, do the court okay,
Oral contract.
oral contracts, yes, is there something as do they like believe in oral contracts?
So when it comes to tenancy, there are different documents, important documents that need to be issued to the tenant from the landlord, right? There's rent receipt, there's tenancy agreement, right? That's evidence that this person is a tenant. That's what makes the tenancy valid.
Yeah.
You understand? Yes, oral agreements are also valid, but there's no evidence, right? By contract, yes, oral agreements are valid, but there's no evidence. There's no documentation. Tenancy comes with documentation, legal documentation. That is, oh, there needs in the tenancy agreement there needs to be name of the landlord, name of the tenant. There needs to be the tenure of the tenancy, the timeline of the tenancy, when the tenancy is starting and when it's ending, the fee. Then after that, the landlord should issue you a receipt that okay, this person is my tenant and he has paid a particular amount. And so this is the receipt for his tenancy. But because of the way Nigeria is and all that, the landlord just wants to make money, even the tenant just wants to pay and move in and all that. So a lot of times people ignore that. And when he gets to court, they say, okay, where's your tenancy agreement? Where's the receipt? Did he issue a receipt and all that? And before you know, you're back to square one.
Wow. The only way you can prove it is like through maybe a bank.
Yeah, you can prove it to your transaction, witnesses. There's so many ways you can prove it.
But people can falsify witness now.
Yes, people can fortify witness here, but at the same time, you can still bring in your witnesses. Like I said, it's you have to prove beyond reasonable doubt. So that's just it.
Wow. How easy is it for people to get sued? Like, what is the
Criteria for suing somebody.
Yeah, suing someone in Nigeria.
Suing someone.
Yes, or maybe writing a petty. Hey, okay.
Okay, so what's the criteria for suing someone
In Nigeria, yes.
It depends. There's civil case, there's criminal case, and it depends on the case. You can't just wake up one day and say, "Oh, I want to sue this person." You have to have a case. You can't just go to court and say, "Oh, I want to sue this person." If the court sees that what this person is bringing is going to waste the time of the court, they throw it out.
Wow.
You understand? And then when you sue someone, you have to also prove that, okay, this was your grounds for suing must be valid and it must be recognized under law. Do you understand? So that's it. I would have loved if you were specific about the
The case.
about the case, yeah.
So if I want to write a petition against her, for instance, now after writing the petition, are they going to invite her, or what are they going to do? Are they going to invite her or
A lawyer or
arrest her or invite a lawyer or something?
So if you petition someone, it depends on the reason.
So what's the difference between suing somebody and petitioning somebody?
Okay. So suing somebody is an action taking the person to court. Like you are suing somebody, you're actually suing the person to court.
Okay.
You understand?
So if I sue you, you are going to court
Yeah,
immediately.
you are suing the person to court, like you're taking legal action against the person. But if you're petitioning someone, you're also taking legal action too. But it does not necessarily involve the court.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you understand? So that's the difference.
Okay.
So I wanted to ask you, how does the law protect women and children? In the sense that I've seen cases whereby the husband would take the children away from the wife, and the wife end up living with nothing. Is there a way for a woman to protect herself in such a case and fight, like have the standing chance to fight for her children, if she does not have the financial capacity to do so?
Like are you saying that if a man and a woman are still legally married?
Like maybe they are going through one thing or the other, fine, maybe they are going through a divorce.
Yeah.
And the husband is like, okay, now I'm going to take my children. You're not going to see them again. Like, is there a way for a woman to protect herself and protect her children so that she can be part of her children's life?
This is a child custody case thing, yeah? And it is not, let's not look at it from an emotional angle, right? There have been cases like these, similar cases and all that. It doesn't just fall, the onus doesn't just fall on the woman protecting herself. We have to look at both sides. Do you understand? They both own the children.
Yes.
Right? And of course, because they are going through a divorce process, they are still married until they are divorced. Right? So what the law does is the law looks at what will benefit the children, not even the parents, what will benefit the children. So the law looks at who can protect the children.
Who's more capable of taking care of the children?
Of taking care of the children? Is it the man or the woman?
Or the woman. But if it's the man that is capable,
Yeah.
just the fact that the children see their other parents, is that not like a good thing for them?
That the children see the other. Yeah. Well, the court can say, okay, the children should be in custody of the mom or the dad. Then now proceed by saying that, okay, they should grant the man access, or the woman access to see the children from time to time.
Okay.
The court can also say no, they shouldn't grant the man or the woman access to the children at all until the divorce case is over.
Wow.
Do you understand? So it's for the benefit of the child. So most times the court looks at laws like the Child Rights Act, those things. So there's a principle in law called the benefit of the child principle. So that's what the court looks at most of the time. And okay, what can benefit the children? Where can the children be protected? Can the children be more protected when they are with their mom or when they are with their dad? For the purpose of this. So that is what the law looks at.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel.
Understand.
So I wanted to ask something.
Yeah.
So there have been cases that when between the man and the woman,
Yeah.
maybe the guy is trying to send transport fare to see the woman,
Yeah.
and she collects the transport money and she doesn't show up.
Yeah.
Have you heard of cases like that?
Many cases, yeah.
Have you handled any case like that, or
No.
do you have any experience that this thing really happened and the guy sued the girl? Because I saw one case like that on Twitter one time, like that the girl collected transport money and she didn't come.
Yeah.
Then the guy sued her. They invited the girl to court and she paid extra.
Yes.
So things like that's really, really, really happening. So I can really sue somebody for eating my transport money.
You want to sue somebody?
That's a
That's not.
that's
Tell me what to me.
that's a simple contract, right? That's a simple contract.
But there's no written agreement anywhere.
It doesn't have to be written. Do you understand? It's a simple contract.
So
In the sense that, I told you, come and see me. Come around, let's spend time together. And you agreed to coming around. Then you made a counter offer that, okay, if I want to come around, you have to send me transport money. And then I agreed and said, okay, I'll send you an amount for you to come. Then you didn't come. You have breached the contract. Do you understand?
what if you return my transport money?
If you return my transport money, that you can't come. Yes, that's good.
Okay.
Do you
That
understand?
means you don't have any grounds for
But what if I'm
suing.
still angry
You don't have any grounds for
that
suing
the
because
did not still
the contract was discharged
When
by
they don't pay your money is gone.
yeah, because that's like the contract becomes discharged naturally. That okay, this person you can't come due to these reasons. So and that is it. Well, you taking money from someone and you want to come and all that, and you don't come. That's a breach of contract. It's also criminal.
Don't collect money that you,
It's also criminal, right?
Okay, so I want to ask some questions based on maybe entertainment law or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah.
So for young artists, entertainers, and content creators that sign contracts to maybe sponsors or record labels,
Yeah.
a lot of artists and content creators that have sponsors, they sign some contract and they end up, or the labels or the sponsors end up breaching those contracts. But those artists and content creators, and those people, they won't be able to leave the contract. I don't know if you understand my question. My question is, what are the things people should look out for? Like content creators, musicians, artists, what are those clauses they should look out for in the contract that will help them, fight their case and also help them to be able to pull out from contracts that don't favor them in the long run. Because sometimes when you just sign the contract, you won't know that in this contract, this thing
sold
I'm
your
signing, that is not going to favor me, but I'm just signing it because I was desperate at that time. So what are the clauses or the things we need to look out for when we're trying to sign contracts so that we won't fall in those traps?
First of all, as an artist, as a creative, as someone who's in the entertainment industry that is under a record label or intends to be under a record label, the first thing is to get a lawyer, right? Get a lawyer. I mean, you want to sign it. You want to go into a business agreement between you and your record label. You need a lawyer. Now, your lawyer will go through the contract. Your lawyer can identify the good clauses and the bad clauses in the contract. And you cannot do it yourself because you're not a lawyer.
Okay.
You don't have knowledge of what you are reading. There's something called undue influence and duress. So the issue with a lot of creatives is the undue influence thing. You see a big record label that wants to sign you, and you feel like, oh, because, for example, they are offering to sign you for 500 million naira. You forget the legal aspect of it. You forget the undue influence they have on you. Then you go on to sign it. At the end of the day, they tell you, oh, you cannot leave. Oh, you cannot change your name. Oh, you cannot take your intellectual property. You cannot use it anywhere else.
Is that what they
Except
call a
under it.
360 deal?
A 360 deal.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's a 360 deal. That's true. That's a 360 deal, but that is not what they call it in law.
Okay.
Do you understand? That's just a normal term. You get. So, and you come and you sign the contract, then you start looking for lawyers up and down, looking for those that represent you in court and all that. And you've signed away your rights. Do you understand? Because in entertainment law, in intellectual property law, right? If you are under a record label, they have rights to almost everything that you own because they are the company that owns
That own
the
you safe.
intellectual property. They own that intellectual property.
But what if I'm the creator of those intellectual properties?
Even if you are the creator of the intellectual property, the moment you sign the contract, that they have the right to your intellectual property, they own the intellectual property, it's no longer you.
Okay, so
Because they are the ones that own it.
but
They
is
own
it
you.
possible for me to like not sign because they say, or are there deals that don't include them owning the full right of the intellectual property?
Yes, there are deals those are clauses, right? There are some clauses that are in the contract that will say, okay, we won't be in charge of this, we'll be in charge of that. So that is where the clauses come in. So when they want to sign you or something, when you want to go into business with them, you first when they bring the document, you take it to your lawyer. Your lawyer signs, your lawyer looks at it, your lawyer identifies the clauses, the bad clauses, the good clauses, and says, oh, don't sign this. Oh, sign this. Do you understand? So the first thing as an artist, as a creative, is to protect your intellectual property, protect yourself from people that want to use your intellectual property to make money against your wish. And how do you do that? You need to get a lawyer. You need to, any document they are giving you, any agreement, get a lawyer first. Say, okay, oh, this person wants to sign me for 500, because that's what they do to young artists. Oh, they bring the juicy offers, and at the end of the day, after signing it, they are in a box that they cannot leave. And that is it. So when you want to go into any deal at all, even if it's in the entertainment industry, if it's a shipping industry, anything at all, any business transaction, any deal you want to go into, you have to look at the legal aspect of it. Get a lawyer, tell your lawyer, okay, this is it. Your lawyer will read it, will tell you the laws that apply to it, will tell you, okay, sign this, don't sign this. That is it.
So I wanted to say that how easy is it to like have a lawyer? What does it take to like have a lawyer? Like how much is it how much or what does it take to have it to own or have a lawyer? Am I supposed to be paying monthly or is it only when I have a case? Or what do I require? What's the requirement of having a lawyer?
You can have as many lawyers as possible. You can't use one. There's no law that says that it's only one lawyer you can use, right? And there are different lawyers for different purposes. There are different lawyers for different specializations. There are lawyers that are major in commercial law, business transactions. There are lawyers that major in criminal law, right? There are lawyers that major in property law. Do you understand? So it depends on what you want to do, right? And then you can also make your research and look at, oh, is this person actually an expert in
This field.
in this field? Do you understand? You have access to lawyers. You have access to as much as 1 million lawyers if you want. Do you understand? So that is it. There are lawyers everywhere.
Okay. My question is if I want a lawyer based on, let's say, a property problem now,
Yeah,
and that's my lawyer, my personal lawyer,
yeah.
am I supposed to be paying the lawyer maybe monthly or only when we have cases?
It It depends on the agreement. Now, you cannot pay a lawyer monthly for nothing.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
But if the lawyer is attached to your company, okay, he's attached to your company, you guys are doing a retainership or something, okay, based on the agreement you have, you can be paying him monthly for for his job. It depends on the agreement. That is between you and your lawyer. You can't just be paying someone monthly for doing
You're
nothing.
not.
So
Okay.
that's just it.
There are cases where people would speak, like lie or say some things, like try to spoil your character
Yeah.
outside. What do you do in that scenario when someone spreads like something terrible,
Yeah.
like destroys your character completely? How do you go about it? Because I see a lot of people like, oh my God, I'll sue you. But as a person, maybe like somebody just tells like a lie that you know that is not true. What should I do immediately in that situation? Do I begin to exchange words with that person, or should I just calm down, leave am to my lawyer, serve the person, quick court case, or what do you think?
Okay. So I guess what you're talking about is defamation.
Yes.
Now, defamation has many branches. One of the elements of the defamation is when someone brings you down publicly. Someone brings your reputation down in the general public by publishing it, right? For you to sue someone for defamation, that means the person has to publish something,
Okay.
right? If it is not published, then you cannot sue for defamation, right? Now, there's slander and there's libel. So if someone slanders you, the person lied against you, that's slander,
Okay.
right? So both libel and slander are branches of defamation. But defamation in general term has to be someone bringing you down or spoiling your image or defaming your character in front of well-meaning public. You understand?
When the
So
person publishes.
yeah, so it has to be published. Maybe on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, newspapers. So that is the major ground for defamation.
Okay.
Do you understand? But if someone just tells another person a lie about you,
Lies too can also spread and spread before nobody won't be able to tell the truth anymore.
yeah, if the
And if they
lies,
know that the rubbish talk was from so person,
yeah,
can you sue for?
that's slander.
Okay.
That's slander. That's slanderous, right? But you suing on grounds of defamation that okay, this person, let's say you say this person has HIV/AIDS,
Wow,
or this person is a fraudster, and the person puts it on Twitter and comes out and says, oh, this person is a fraudster. That's defamation. It was published, and there's evidence that it was published. So you can sue on those grounds.
What if some of those things were true?
If they were true, that is the defense to it. Truth is the defense to defamation. So if you sue someone for defamation and the court is able to determine that, okay, what they said was true, that's the defense to it.
But what if you don't want, that there are sometimes that some of those things you don't want it to come to the public, but this person knows that, okay, if I say this thing about this person, it will catch traffic, a lot of people will talk about it, but you don't want your business out there. What do you do?
And if you don't want your business out there, like if you don't want someone to defame you out there, and you still have to sue the person for defamation.
Oh.
But if someone comes out and say, oh, this person is a fraud, someone is a fraudster, and there's evidence that this person is a fraudster,
Okay.
the person is saying the truth. Maybe the person has been charged for fraudulent activities before,
Okay.
and has been charged and punished for that offense. And someone now comes and says, oh, another person comes and says, oh, this person is a fraudster. It's the truth, right? It is proven that, oh, this person is actually a fraudster. So, and that's it.
Wow. It's
Okay.
deep.
Now, is it possible for me to sue somebody that promises or that promised me marriage? Can I sue somebody for promising me marriage
Yes, you can.
and they end up like marrying me?
Yeah, so they call it breach of promise to marry.
Are there other breaches of promises? Is
That
it
you
only
can get
marriage
sued for.
I can get sued for? If I promise that I want to send you money, I don't send it. Can you sue me?
You can't.
But why will you not be able to sue me for not marrying you?
Well, because like I said, marriage is a contract in itself, right? And it comes with different complexities. Do you understand? And there are so many emotional, so many physical aspects. There's so many physical elements that come with marriage. You understand? So if you say if you tell someone, oh, I'm going to marry you, and you guys are already planning to marry and all that, then you don't end up marrying the person. The person can come and sue you for breach of promise to marry and claim that because you promised to marry her or him, it has cost you different other emotional and other damages. So that's it.
Okay. So in other words, you can sue somebody for promising and failing to marry you.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, sir. So in Nigeria, is it possible to sue for child support?
Is there anything like child support in Nigeria?
Child support from, are you saying child support as a result of a marriage?
No, like a man and woman, they make a child, and the man is running away from his responsibilities. So me as a woman, I'm the one shouldering all the burden and everything, and I want you as a man to do your duty to that child. Can I actually take it to court?
Well, you can sue for, there's something called duty of care,
Okay.
right? Duty of care is the fact that you owe a duty of care
To the child.
to the child.
Okay.
As the mother, you owe a duty of care to the child as the father, right? So now, when that duty of care is breached, right, you can come under that premise that, okay, this person brought this child to the earth, this person gave birth to the child, okay, as a result of wedlock and whatever, but this person neglected this child. So you owe the duty of care to this child. So you can sue the person for negligence.
Okay.
Do you understand? You can sue the person for negligence. The mom can sue, the mother can sue the father for negligence. That, okay, ever since we had this child, he has not supported this child in any way. He has not sent any money. He has not done this, and that can also come under human rights. Do you understand? It can also come under human rights. That is, you don't care about the child's well-being. You don't care about the life of the child. You don't care about his well-being, his physical being. You understand? So that's it.
Okay, I want to ask one last question.
Yeah.
You know that we've heard of DNA scam and
Yeah,
DNA
yeah.
test being. Is that like, can you sue a woman? Because most of the time it always ends up on the woman's end. Can you sue a woman for faking,
Giving you a child
giving
that's
you a
not your own.
child to raise that she knows that you are not the father?
Paternity
Of
fraud.
course,
Paternity
that's fraud. That's fraud. Fraud is fraud.
Does it warrant jail time?
Yes, it's criminal.
Paternity fraud is
Fraud is
criminal.
criminal. Yes, it's what jail time. Yeah, because it is still, it can still be interpreted as false pretense, obtaining under false pretense, getting advantages, getting how do I call it? Getting different benefits
Yes.
by posing or by saying the child is the person's own, just to be under the person's roof.
Wow.
So it is fraud. That's why they call it fraud. Anything fraudulent is criminal.
That is
Do
crazy.
you understand? And that's just it. And paternity fraud can lead to a lot of things: emotional distress, financial distress. You know, like I said, marriage is a contract. And they are different. In a contract, there are different conditions, there are different clauses. So bringing a child that is not the man's own is still part of the breach. From the civic angle, from the criminal angle too, you can look at it. That's it.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
You're welcome.
This class, because it's an educational class.
Yep.
Educational session.
I feel like a lawyer already.
As in, I've learned a lot. Hope you guys have learned a lot too. So yeah, thank you very much for coming on this show.
Yes.
And sharing your knowledge with us. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Don't forget to like, subscribe.
Subscribe and also share.